Assalamu alaikum students. I welcome you all within this online lecture series. We are continuing the unit that is entitled as atoms and molecules. We are actually discussing atoms and molecules. Last time we are talking about elements, and I told you people regarding these elements. These elements are actually the substances made up of single type of atoms or only one kind of atoms, and those atoms were identical with respect to mass, with respect to shape, and with respect to size. And I told you people it was Robert Boyle in 1661 who first used the term element. He said that element can't be broken down into simpler substances. And after that, the father of chemistry is a French chemist, Antoine Laurent Lavoisier, told that a substance which can neither be broken down into simpler substances nor formed from two or more simpler substances by any known physical or chemical process, he called that particular substance as element. And I told you people, almost as far as our periodic table is concerned, almost 118 elements are known. And as far as periodic table is concerned, 118 elements are known, and every single element is made up of single type of atoms. And I told you people that these atoms are represented by their respective symbols. The only funda behind writing the symbols of the chemical elements is that to make their study systematic and easy. This was a recapitulation of the last video lecture which we people discussed. Now we are taking this more forward. We will discuss now what actually the compounds are. As far as these compounds are concerned, a compound is made up of two or more elements. That means when two or more elements join with each other, they form a compound. For example, this is element sodium and element chlorine. When they join with each other, or when there is a reaction between sodium and the chlorine, there is a formation of a NaCl, and this NaCl is compound because this NaCl is the combination of two elements. Like this is sodium plus chlorine gives NaCl. And this NaCl is a compound. It's actually the combination of two or more elements. Sodium is one element, chlorine is another element. That is, when two elements join with each other, or when there is a reaction between two elements, the compound, there is always formation of an substance, and that particular substance is actually compound. A compound is made up of two or more elements. Is it two or more elements? One element, it's another element, and there is a reaction between these two elements, and there is always formation of a compound. So you people must remember that a compound is made up of two or more elements chemically combined with one another in fixed proportion by mass. And this is actually the definition of the compound. If somebody will pose you a question that what's compound? A compound is made up of two or more elements. For example, let me give you more examples about these compounds. This is carbon. When this carbon reacts with oxygen, this forms carbon dioxide. Carbon is one element and oxygen is another element. That's why I told you people, a compound is made up of two or more elements. This is one element, is another element, and there is always formation of a carbon dioxide gas, and that means compound always gets formed by the combination of two elements. That's why I told you people, a compound is made up of two or more elements. Let me give more examples as far as these compounds are concerned. This is hydrogen. When it reacts with oxygen, it forms water molecules like this, H2O. That means hydrogen is one element, oxygen is another element. When there is reaction between hydrogen and oxygen, there is always formation of water molecule, a water compound. This water is actually a compound. It's actually a combination of two elements. So from this we can conclude that the bottom line of the story is that whenever there is a compound formation, there is always the combination of two elements. For example, I have given you some examples regarding these compounds. Let me give more examples regarding these compounds. For example, this is nitrogen. Whenever it reacts with oxygen, it forms nitrogen oxide. That means whenever nitrogen reacts with oxygen, this forms nitrogen oxide. That means nitrogen is one element, oxygen is another element. This forms nitrogen oxide. So a compound is made up of two or more elements chemically combined in fixed proportions by mass. So this was actually regarding the compound. Let me tell you some more points regarding this compound. So these are actually some of the simple examples of the compound. This is methane in carbon in combination with hydrogen, water molecules, water, hydrogen in combination with oxygen, carbon dioxide, carbon in combination with oxygen. This is ethane, carbon in combination with hydrogen, sulfuric acid. This is king of chemicals. Hydrogen in combination with sulfur in combination with oxygen to form H2SO4, that's sulfuric acid. So these were examples of some simple examples of the chemical compounds. This methane, water, this carbon, this ethane and sulfuric acid. One more important thing I would like to add here, that it's very interesting to note that only 118 elements are known. Presently, as far as our periodic table is concerned, 118 elements are known, but the number of compounds is very large. I told you people that you people are seeing around millions and trillions of the compound. It's because of this elemental combination. And this is not very strange. We know that there are only 26 letters of English alphabet, 26 letters. As far as English alphabets are concerned, like A, B, C, D till Z, but a large number of words can be framed out of these by different combinations of letters. Same is the case within music. There are only 7 musical notes like sa, re, ga, ma, pa, da, nisa. These are actually the 7 musical notes, but so many tunes can be created with the help of these, I can say, 7 musical notes, sa, re, ga, ma, pa, da, nisa. Similarly, innumerable compounds can be formed by the combinations of 2 or more kinds of elements. So I told you people that the bottom line of the story, the nitty-gritty of the story is that whenever I talk about the compounds is actually a pure substance made up of 2 or more elements chemically combined. When the 2 or more elements join with each other, they form a compound. Hope you people have enjoyed this. In next video lecture, we are going to discuss the properties of the compounds. That's actually important lecture as far as chemistry is concerned. Hope you people have enjoyed this. Till then, Allah Hafiz. Stay blessed and stay safe at your homes. And in advance, happy Eid Mubarak to all of you. Thank you.